You work. Every single day you wake up and you go to work. You hustle. You try. And at the end of the month, after rent, after food, after transport, after everything, there is nothing left. Maybe even less than nothing. And you tell yourself, next month will be different. But next month comes. And it is exactly the same. You are not lazy. You are not stupid. So why does money keep slipping through your fingers?
This is Case Closed Podcast, and today we are opening the case that affects more people than any crime, any scandal, or any disaster we have ever covered. The case of why most people, no matter how hard they work, never seem to get ahead with money. Welcome back to Case Closed Podcast. I'm Adam. Today's episode is different. No crime, no serial killers, no AI revolution. Today we are sitting down and having the real conversation about money that nobody in your life is having with you. Not your parents, not your school, not your job. The honest, uncomfortable, necessary truth about why most people stay broke and what actually changes it.
And I'm Cora. I want to say something before we start. This episode is not about shaming anyone. It is not about making you feel bad about where you are financially. Most of us were never taught how money works. We were taught how to get a job, not how to build wealth. So if you are struggling, if you feel like you are running on a treadmill going nowhere, this episode is specifically for you. And we are going to get into it honestly.
Let's start with the foundation. The reason most people struggle with money has very little to do with how much they earn. Studies consistently show that people who get sudden windfalls, lottery winners, people who inherit money, the majority of them are broke again within 5 years. Think about that. They got everything they said they needed. The money, the opportunity, and it was gone in 5 years.
Because the money didn't change their mindset. And mindset is everything when it comes to money. Most of us grew up hearing things like, money is the root of all evil. Rich people are greedy. We are not that kind of family. Money doesn't grow on trees. These phrases sound harmless. But they plant a seed in your brain that money is bad, money is for other people, money is something to be suspicious of. And then you wonder why you unconsciously self-sabotage every time you get close to financial stability.
Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, said something I think about constantly. It's not how much money you make, but how much money you keep, how hard it works for you, and how many generations you keep it for. How much you keep, not how much you earn. Because most people earn money and immediately find ways to spend it. A pay rise comes, lifestyle goes up to match it. A bonus arrives, it's gone in a week. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it is one of the biggest silent killers of financial progress.
And it is completely understandable. When you have been struggling, when you have been denying yourself things, the moment you have a little extra, you want to enjoy it. You deserve to enjoy it. But there is a difference between enjoying your money and consuming every single coin the moment it arrives. That difference is what separates people who build wealth from people who stay stuck.
Let's get specific, because vague advice doesn't change anything. Here are the 5 real reasons most people never get ahead financially, and I want you to honestly ask yourself which ones apply to you.
Reason number 1, spending to impress people you don't even like. How much money have you spent on clothes, phones, cars, outings? Not because you genuinely wanted them, but because of what other people would think. The new phone you bought when your old one worked fine. The outfit for someone else's event. The restaurant because it looked good on social media. Morgan Housel, author of The Psychology of Money, calls this spending money you don't have, on things you don't need, to impress people you don't care about. And most people do this every single month without realizing it.
Reason number 2, no budget, no plan. If you don't tell your money where to go, it will find somewhere to go on its own, and it will never go somewhere useful. A budget is not a punishment. A budget is a plan. The moment you sit down and actually write out where every coin is going, you will be shocked. Subscriptions you forgot about, food you wasted, small purchases that add up to enormous amounts by the end of the month.
Reason number 3, only one stream of income. If your only income is your salary or your one job, you are one bad month away from crisis at all times. One medical emergency. One job loss. One unexpected bill. And everything collapses. The wealthy do not rely on one income stream. They build multiple. Investments. Rental income. A side business. Digital products. Even an extra $20 a month from a side hustle is the beginning of a habit that changes everything over time.
Reason number 4, avoiding financial discomfort. Most people would rather not know how much debt they have. They avoid looking at their bank account. They don't want to think about savings because the number is too small and it feels embarrassing. But avoiding the problem doesn't make it smaller. It makes it worse. The most powerful thing you can do is face the numbers, however ugly they are, and make a decision from truth rather than denial.
Reason number 5, waiting for the right time. Waiting until you earn more to start saving. Waiting until next month to start the budget. There is never a right time. The right time was 5 years ago. The second best time is right now. A person who starts saving at 25 will retire with significantly more money than a person who starts at 35, even if the 35-year-old saves more per month. Time is your most valuable financial asset. Stop wasting it waiting.
Okay, we have talked about the problems. Let's talk about what actually moves a needle.
The first thing, pay yourself first. Before rent. Before food. Before anything, take a percentage of every income and put it somewhere you cannot easily touch. Even 5%. Even 2%. The habit of paying yourself first is more powerful than the amount. You are training your brain that you come before your expenses.
The second thing, invest in yourself before anything else. Your earning potential is your greatest financial asset. A course that teaches you a skill that doubles your income is worth more than any investment. A book that changes how you think about business is worth more than a new outfit. You cannot save your way to wealth. You have to earn your way there. And owning more starts with being worth more.
The third thing, understand assets versus liabilities. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out. A rental property, asset. A car that costs you every month, liability. A business, asset. Designer clothes, liability. Most people spend their entire lives buying liabilities and calling them investments. Start asking of every major purchase, does this put money in my pocket or take it out?
The fourth thing, talk about money. Stop making it taboo. Ask your friends who seem financially stable what they do differently. Read books about money. Listen to podcasts about money. You become what you consume. Start consuming financial education, and your thinking starts to shift.
Now let's talk about something specific. Because our audience is largely African and the financial reality in Africa comes with unique challenges that Western financial advice completely ignores.
Family pressure. In African culture, when you start doing well financially, suddenly everyone knows about it. Relatives you haven't spoken to in years call. The expectation that your success belongs to everyone around you is real and relentless. There is nothing wrong with taking care of your family. Community is one of Africa's greatest strengths. But there's a difference between giving from genuine abundance and giving until you yourself are back at zero. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Your first obligation is to build your own financial foundation, because a broke you helps nobody long term.
And the informal economy. In Ghana, in Nigeria, in Kenya, so much of the economy is informal. Market traders, artisans, freelancers, people who earn real money but have no system around it. No savings structure. No investment vehicle. If this is you, the priority is to formalize your money even in small ways. Open a dedicated savings account. Start recording your income and expenses. Look into mobile money investment products. In Ghana, for example, there are mobile money mutual fund options now. The tools exist. The information is available. The gap is simply knowing they exist and deciding to use them.
Here is my final take. Money is not complicated. Spend less than you earn. Save consistently. Invest in yourself. Build multiple income streams. These are not secrets. The hard part is not understanding them. The hard part is doing them consistently when life is difficult and the results take time to show up. That is where most people give up, right before the compound effect kicks in. Don't be that person. Stay the course.
And for me, stop being ashamed of where you are financially. Start being honest about it. Because shame keeps you stuck. Honesty sets you free. Look at your numbers. Make a plan. Start small. Every wealthy person you admire started from zero. Some started from less than zero. The only difference between them and where you are right now is that they started. So start. Today. Not Monday. Not next month. Today.
Case opened. Case discussed. The case of why most people stay broke. Consider it cracked. The next move is yours.
That is episode 4 of Case Closed podcast. If this episode hit home, share it. Send it to a friend who needs to hear it. Post it in a group. Because the people who need this conversation the most are probably not going to find it on their own. Be the reason someone's financial life changes today.
Subscribe so you never miss a case. Drop a comment. What is the one money habit you are committing to starting today? We want to know. See you next time. Case closed.
Case closed.